All right, so today we're going to go over what you need to start raising baby chicks and ducklings. I'm doing chicks and ducklings right now. So it's pretty much the same as far as what you need. A little bit different, but it's pretty simple. Don't think that you can't do this. You don't need a lot of room to raise four. I think most places need 4 baby chicks, and I think it's 2 ducklings, depending on where you order them from. So let's kind of go over the things you're going to need to start out. The easiest thing to do is go to Tractor Supply or your local feed store and get a starter kit. They're usually around $40 and up. That's going to give you a water, a feeder, a heat lamp, and should include the bulb in most of them. Then you'll just have to purchase your chick feed. Just get you a starter grower chick feed. It's fine. They do have medicated, non-medicated. That's going to depend on what you want to do. Medicated's got the medication in it to treat for coccidia, which is basically a parasite. I've had issues with it in the past, but lately I've just feed them regular chick feed and I haven't had any issues with it. Kind of just watch them. That's a whole nother thing though. But so pick out whether you want, like I said, if you want medicated, non-medicated. I'm raising ducks with my chicks, so what I have to do is I have to give my ducklings a little bit more niacin, and I'll do that while they're small by actually crushing Cheerios up, and I'll add that once a week to their feed, and that'll kind of help them. Ducklings require a higher amount of niacin than your baby chicks, because they'll get a niacin deficiency, and their legs will actually start going all funky. They'll start walking weird. So to stop that, I'll add the Cheerios. When they get a little older, I can actually just add some frozen peas into their water, and they'll eat those. And then of course, once they're on the ground, I don't have any issues. I feed all my chickens a high protein, so the protein's good. And then they get the niacin from the plants and stuff that they eat. I haven't had any issues once I got them on the ground and they're able to free range. There is sometimes you can find feed that's made for ducklings and just kind of a mixed group. But again, I don't have any issues with what I feed mine. So, like I said, the things you will need, like I said, that kit, if you're not going to buy the kit, just make sure you get a good water, a good little feeder. There's multiple types. I use the long feeders, which you can probably see in the picture what I've got set up. And then I use a round water. Now, if you're raising ducklings, you need to get that water a little higher or they'll lay in it. You can put marbles in the water, but I just put another water upside down, just the bottom part of it, and I set mine on top. And that raises it high enough where they're not laying in the water. Because them ducklings don't have waterproofing on their body. The mother, when they're first born, right, when they first hatch, excuse me, they don't have the glands to coat their body with the waterproofing. That won't come until later. The mother normally does it. So right now, I don't want them in the water because I don't want them to basically catch cold and die or catch an illness from getting too cold. So I just keep it elevated. I do it for the baby chicks too. You just got to make sure that it's low enough they can get to it, but high enough where they don't set in it. So that, and like I said, heat lamp, and then your heat bulbs. Try to get 2 heat bulbs. Have 2. They usually come in a twin pack. If you buy and only get one with the kit, go ahead and buy you another pack. Because they do go out. You could get a bad one, and you don't want them. You don't want to. Basically, they get too cold. They'll get on top of each other, and they can actually kill each other like that. So we don't want that to happen. It usually has a clamp. It clamps to the side of a container. Now let's talk about containers. I have used totes, but totes, they do work, but they don't seem to warm up like a metal tub does. We're actually running a the larger tub that you get from, it's not the super long, but it's like the medium. It's the one that Tractor Supply has actually for their chicks. They have in there. We just went ahead and bought one. It seems to hold the proper heat and everything. Tote, I've noticed they tend to still get on top of each other. Maybe if you get like a black tote, maybe that'll help absorb some of the heat. But just kind of watch that. My heat lamp, it's got a little clamp, goes on the side, and then your light shines down. I would recommend, if you can, get that lamp toward a wall or something where you can put a piece of wire to hold that lamp, because I have seen them fall over, and you don't want to start any fires. So just make sure you kind of watch that. Let's see, trying to think what else we got here. That's basic, like I said. Then the other thing you're going to need is your bedding. Make sure, just get you a pine shavings bedding. I get the low dust. I get the larger flakes. I don't get the real small fine. That's going to give you a lot of dust, and it gets on everything. Trust me, it's especially if you have them in the house. We're only keeping them in the house for probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I got a little brooder, that goes out to the goes outside. So, and that actually allows them 2 heat lamps, and they can kind of move in and out when they want to get warm. We'll go over that later. This is going to be a multiple series, so that's how we're going to work this. I want to go more in depth. I've done it before, but we're going to go more in depth. Take a little time. Like I said, so we got your container, your bedding. Change your bedding. Just really depends. The ducks, you got to change more often because they need a lot of water, and they're gonna spill a lot of it out into the bedding, which will soil it. I just use a broom dustpan. You can use one of those little broom dustpans and just clean it out like that. Or if you want to, take the chicks out, put them in a tote, take the bin outside, and clean it like that. It just depends on how you want to run that. Your chick feed, just go by the recommendations because they've got different ones. You got a chick starter, a chick grower, then you got like a chick starter and grower. It gives you the recommendations depending on what you buy on the back of it, from what age, from how many weeks to how many weeks you're going to feed. But so we're going to go from, like I said, just do that and you can't go wrong. So next we're going to go over, I think we'll do this in the next video. We're going to go over the outside brooder I have set up and how I got that set up. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to go, this is going to be a multi-part. Thanks for watching.